I threw sandwiches at people. I grabbed the bag out of his hand and I dumped it in the counter. I was ruthless. Can I get cheese on that? No way. I am not making this sandwich with cheese. You. I was yelling at him. Like, go yourself. I got rode up. And there was at least twice I was like, I refuse to make this sandwich. I was like, if you don't shut the I'm gonna fill your water up in the bathroom. You ain't getting shit from me. Go down the street. Subway's right up the road. You ain't getting shit. Head to Subway. Leave us alone. I've been here 6 times this week, and every time you up my order. Wow, sounds like you should stop coming in here. We must suck. See ya. I'm telling you, I had to take 200 pickles and shove it on this bun. I was like, that guy. I don't give a They're like, you can't do that. I was like, yeah, I just did. They're like, you're not allowed to work up front anymore. Nothing better, man. Just telling people to eat shit and not caring. But I was a good employee. Other than that, I used to work at Burger King. Anybody here ever worked fast food? So I worked at Burger King like my first year or so of college, maybe a year or two. I can't remember. I drank a lot back then. The details are fuzzy. But a pizza place, a fast food place, something like that. Anybody ever do any of that? A restaurant? I loved Burger King. I loved it. Paid shit, but I worked there with a bunch of friends. And there's something liberating about a job that you could just say, fuck you, and just quit any moment, you know? There's something nice about that. If you're working with good people, that it's fun and you don't give a fuck, it's liberating, you know? Now, it's not something you try to raise a family on, but you see the point. So I saw this and I saw this clip and was like, I've been this guy. So the Burger King I worked at in the little town I was at there's so many problems with it. First off, you had off nights that were completely off. So you'd go hours sometimes without seeing someone. Then there was someone fucking stealing from our company. So the way it works is, I'm no fucking expert in this, but something like this. You got your cash register, and they, even back then, like fucking 20 plus years ago, they had little like computers in them in the cash register. So they would be able to tell you how many people you should have working. So for example, if the lunch rush, you yielded $600 worth of sales, it would say when the next shift's coming in, bring in more people. We're very busy today. I forget what the technical term was, but it was like you could only operate at such a percentage of what you had made. In other words, if you didn't sell any food for 3 hours, then the computer was going to tell you, call someone off tonight. So what had happened was, there was money disappearing. So they'd take orders by hand. So imagine someone steals $100 out of the cash register. So how do you make up for it? Well, the next $100 worth of orders that come in, holy shit, you guys are incredible. I'll get to this in a second. The next $100 of orders that come in, you take them by hand. Now, to the computer, it's registering as no one's bought food for the past 2 hours. But in reality, you're still selling food. You're just not marking it down in the computer. So I can't tell you how many nights I would come into work and my short shift would be sent home early. So what would happen would be is you're trying to make up, so you're not there until fucking 2, 3 in the morning. Also, I was usually scheduled around 40 hours and they didn't want you to have overtime. So if we closed at 11, I wanted to be out of there by midnight. That was about what was expected. So you'd start cleaning early, right? Wipe the broiler down. Clean out the fryer. Everything good. And then what happens? Does anyone know? If you've worked at a restaurant, what happens? You close at 11. You get everything done. It's 10:55. I know someone's experienced it. There it is. He gets it. Someone comes in and fucking orders the last minute ales. And so I saw this on X today. And I was like, it brought back memories. But man, this just made me laugh so hard. So here we go. I thought I would share this with you.
Hi, we're gonna have dinner. What can I get for you?
Hi, it's 9:58. Can I still order?
Oh yeah, of course. What can I get for you?
Can I have 2 large cheese pizzas, please?
Yeah, of course.
10 veggie pockets. And 3 buffalo mac and cheese pizzas.
3 buffalo mac and cheese pizzas.
Fuck you!
Complete order.
Can I have a 10 mozzarella sticks and some Papa Bites, please?
10 mozzarella sticks and some pop.
That'll do it.
It's gonna be about 10 minutes away.
Everything about that's so funny. The cashier losing his shit. The dude in the back, fuck, just slamming shit. Yeah, that's it, man. I can't tell you how many times that was me. Like, son of a bitch. Then you got to re-clean the whole, at Burger King, you had to take apart this broiler, right? Well, it probably took 20 minutes to take apart and clean all the, Then you have to put one fucking burger patty because some asshole, after you cleaned it, comes in 1 minute before close. You run that fucking burger patty through. Of course, what we would do is I would just cook extra burgers and just have it fucking microwave this son of a bitch. I was so pleased with that video. I was like, yeah. Yep. Yes, sir. I have been there. But it's nice because you didn't give a fuck if you got fired. So you're like, fuck you. I was a great employee, but terrible at the same time. I threw fucking sandwiches at people. I give people the business. I didn't give a fuck. They had me work up front. I lasted 5 minutes just expediting. Like people putting fries in a bag and fucking handing out the sodas. 5 minutes I lasted. So I was like, I was the only person that worked in the back making food and shit that worked both day shift and night shift. But they knew I always wanted 40 hours. So they called me one day and were like, can we come in and expedite? You know, just do fucking, we're slammed. I said, sure. So I come in and it's going fine for like 5 minutes. And then some guy comes in and he ordered like, you know, a king size meal or whatever shit. Okay. So you got these like fucking, you know, your fries are in the little thing there and you get this like little scoop guy. I'd never used it, but it's not rocket science. So you take the little scoop and the carton fits at the bottom of it and you just kind of fucking swoop and scoop it up and fill it. And you know how it's supposed to look. The fries are kind of poking out the top. That's what I did. And I didn't give a fuck. I'd give an extra food. I give a shit. It's not my money. So I filled up this fry and I watched this fucking asshole that I handed to because he was a to-go order, but he ordered inside. It wasn't drive-through. So I watched this dude. I hand him his bag. It's like one cheeseburger, fucking king-size fry, king-size soda, right? And he's like this. He's got the bag and he's shaking it. Shaking the bag, grabbing a bunch of ketchup and salt, shaking the bag. And he pulls out the fries and he intentionally shook it so that a bunch of the fries fell out inside the bag. And he's like, excuse me. I was like, oh yeah, what's up? And he's like, I ordered a king-size fry and this isn't filled. And I was like, yeah, it was. And he's like, I don't care if it was, I want it filled. I was like, sir, you dumped a bunch of fries in the bag. And he's like, I don't want them in the bag, I want them in the carton. So we went back and forth for a little. And then he said it real loud like an asshole. He's like, I don't want the fries in the bag, I want them in the carton. So I grabbed the bag out of his hand and I dumped it in the counter. And then I just scooped them with my fucking bare hands into the carton. And I was like, there, now they're in the carton. He got his money back. He got like fucking 5 free coupons for meals in the future. I got wrote up. I was like, fuck that guy. I don't give a fuck. Fuck you. I was yelling at him. Like, go fuck yourself. They're like, you can't do that. I was like, yeah, I just did. They're like, you're not allowed to work up front anymore. I was like, fuck these guys. I was ruthless. I was dead serious about making good food though, normally. But I would get pissed when people would like, here was a scam that people would do. Like, let's say a Whopper meal was, I don't fucking know. Let's say a Whopper meal was $5. But a Whopper with cheese meal is $5.20. So this is what you'd have. You'd hear it. People would come through the drive-thru and be like, oh, I'll take a Whopper meal. And then the girls up front would be like, would you like cheese on that? And they'd say, no. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, your total's going to be $5 and whatever the taxes are. Then they'd pull up and hand the money. Cashier would hand the change back and they'd go, actually, can I get cheese on that? And I'd be like, no fucking way. Ring that shit back up. Nope. I am not making this fucking sandwich with cheese. Fuck you. Trying to scam us out of 20 cents. Go fuck yourself. You're paying for that fucking cheese. I'll tell you that right now. And there was at least twice I was like, I refuse to make this sandwich. The manager had to come back and make it. I was like, fuck that. They know what they're doing. Fuck them. And it's the same people. It's a small town. You know the fucking assholes. Now, then another time, my, God rest his soul, my uncle passed away here last year. He was a funny guy. I'm working in the back, and I forget what the order was. It was a little weird. It was like a couple cheeseburgers, but then something was late. It was like something weird, like a chicken salad or some shit, which from our town was a bit weird that late at night, but whatever. You know, and I'm kind of half paying attention. I think I'm fucking mopping or something after I made the food. And I hear at the drive-thru window, it's like 5 minutes. I'm in the back, but I can kind of hear things are getting louder and louder. Then I hear screaming. And so I go in the back, I'm like, what's going on? And like the fucking 16-year-old girl we had running the drive-thru, it was just me, her, and a manager there. She's like almost got tears in her eyes. She's like, this guy out here is freaking out. He's yelling at me. And I was like, what's he yelling about? And she's like, well, he ordered a bunch of food and a bottled water. And I told him we were out of bottled water. So I said, can I just get you a cup of regular water? And he said that he read an ad that said that if you order something that we don't have, you get your entire order for free. And so because we didn't have the bottled water, the like $18 worth of sandwiches and salads he got, he wanted those for free. And I was like, what? She's like, yeah. I was like, I'll fucking talk to him. So I get out and I'm about ready to give someone the business. It's my fucking uncle. I was like, what are you doing? Well, hey, Rob. Yeah, didn't you see on TV they had that ad? I was like, oh, go fuck yourself. I was like, why? If that's the case, I would just call my buddies and say, hey, go order 100 Whoppers and a bottle of water. And then you get the 100 Whoppers for free. Fucking uncle. He's like, I was like, shut up and pay your fucking money. I was like, if you don't shut the fuck up, I'm going to fill your water up in the bathroom. How about that, asshole? Oh, my family, definitely weirdos. Definitely. So, yeah, I had a great many. Then I've told this story before. The broiler there, I promise I'll get to super chats right after this. The broiler there, the way Burger King works, it's not like flipping hamburgers like at McDonald's or probably Wendy's. You have a broiler. And what it is basically just a conveyor belt, right? That just runs at a certain speed. So what happens is when you turn the broiler on, at least this is the way it used to be, when you turn the broiler on in the morning, you set it to temp, right? Like there's heat that comes on in it. And then there's speed at how fast that conveyor runs. And you're not supposed to change the heat source, you change the speed. So in the morning, you run a burger through and then you take your thermometer and you check the temperature of the burger. And if it's too warm, then you speed up the conveyor a little. And if it's not cooked enough, you slow down the conveyor a little. Once it's set, it's set. You're not supposed to fuck with it, right? That's it for basically the day. And then, of course, like every 2 hours or whatever, you temp the meat again. Make sure that it's up to temperature. It's not, again, not rocket science, right? It's pretty simple. We're not supposed to fuck with that, like, on an average basis. So this dude comes through and he wants a burger well done. So here's how we did it at Burger King. Well done meant that we cooked it normally and then we put it in the microwave some. That was well done. And so I do this, and the guy's like, nope, that's not what I want. I want a cheeseburger well done. And I was like, well, we can't do that. It's not like a McDonald's where I could leave the patty on the grill a couple more seconds. It's not like that. And he's like, no, I want you to run it through the broiler twice. And I was like, nah, you don't want that. And he's like, yeah, I do. And I was like, no, because if you do that, it comes out like a fucking hockey puck, like a little piece of charcoal if you run it through twice. That's what it'll do. That's what I want. I was like, I'm telling you, it's not edible. That's what I want. So I made his fucking Whopper. I put it through once, put it through again. So Whopper's usually probably like this big. This fucking thing comes out like this, like a 50-cent piece. Black charcoal puck. I put it on the fucking bun. So mayonnaise, lettuce, tomato, onion, ketchup. Bam, send it out to him. Takes the bag, goes, sits down in his seat. About 3 minutes later, I see him standing up there with the burger sitting there. He's like, excuse me, this isn't edible. And I went fucking ballistic. I was like, fuck you. You ain't getting shit from me. Go down the street. Subway's right up the road. You ain't getting fucking shit. I told you. I was like, don't you give that motherfucker his money back. I told him. Fuck him. He knew best. Fucking asshole. Of course, they made another sandwich for him and fucking wrote me up. Assholes. That was my favorite. Go Rams, my brother. That was my favorite line because the only other like food place in town like that was Subway. It was like fucking literally right across the parking lot, you know. I'd say that all the time. Like, Subway's right up the road, ma'am. Head to Subway. Leave us alone. I've been here 6 times this week, and every time you fucked up my order. Wow, sounds like you should stop coming in here. We must suck. See ya. Then another story. This one was the opposite. This guy come in and order like a Whopper with extra pickles. Now, the way you did extra was 50% more. So if a hamburger has 2 pickles on it, extra pickle would be, instead of 2 pickles, 50% added, so 3 pickles. You add 1 pickle. A Whopper comes with 4 pickles, so extra pickle is 6 pickles. So the guy says, I'll take a Whopper or whatever, extra pickle, or a quarter pounder, whatever the fuck it was. So I put 6 pickles. He's like, yeah, not enough pickles. I wasn't trying to argue with the dude, so I was like, okay, and I threw like another 2 or 3 pickles on. He's like, not enough. Then I'm pissed. So they send it back the second time. So I just took, I'm telling you, I had to take fucking 200 pickles and shove it on this fucking bun. I smashed that fucker as hard as I could. Like, puts it down, just fucking pickles, oozing out of this. Barely, I had to fucking, like, you see them at, like, Chipotle wrap the burrito so tight. Barely could get the wrapper around this fucking Whopper. It's, like, this tall, you know, just stacked with pickles. Gave it to him. Guy goes over. And he's like, hey, excuse me. And I'm ready to yell. He's like, thank you very much. That's exactly what I wanted. I was like, oh, okay. So I guess he won that exchange. This is how big of an asshole I was. all the employees were stealing too much food, right? So we had a company meeting and they were like, here's the deal. You can have one sandwich. That's it. One sandwich per shift. None of this fucking, burger at the beginning of your shift and a burger in your break and a burger. One. That's it. And someone was like, well, like, does it have to be a burger? And they're like, no, it could be any sandwich we have, but just one. So it was my cousin was the manager, and I liked her. She's like, it's like fucking 9:30. She's like, okay, Rob, go on break. I was like, okay, I'm gonna make my sandwich. She's like, that's fine. So I took every motherfucking thing we had on the menu and put it between two fucking big buns. The regular chicken, the chicken Whopper, the regular hamburger meat, the Angus hamburger meat, the Whopper hamburger meat, fucking chicken tenders, everything. Just fucking huge. This thing was enormous. And she's like, I'm like, oh, okay. And I go like out front because I knew she was out front and that we didn't have any customers. So I went out front, got a tray, put it on a tray, got this big sandwich. And she's just sitting there. She's like, what are you doing? You can't do that. I was like, you said one sandwich. You said we could have whatever we want, just as long as it was one sandwich. And she's like, that's it. We got to rewrite this rule. I was like, okay. I just took one little nibble. I'm like, this shit sucks. She was fucking livid. And she's like, you didn't even eat it, you son of a bitch. I was like, it sucked. And we used to, me and my buddy, on the hood, it was like a metal hood that was above the fryers. We'd have these grease pens, and we would write on the hood that we in the back we were the Rebel Alliance, and the managers in front shift were the Empire, and we'd see how much shit we could get away with. So we'd see like how many chicken tenders we could steal, and that'd be 1 point. Or one of our favorite schemes was if we had to put fries down, normally it was the front's job to put fries down, but if they got busy and asked us to do it, we would always accidentally put down tater tots and then be like, oh shit, we can't serve tater tots. It's lunch or it's dinner, right? So I guess we'll eat the tater tots. And then that was a point for us. And then if we got yelled at, it was a point for the Empire. We were shitheads, man. But I was a good employee. Other than that, like goofy shit, it was good shit. And I recommend it, man. If you got a young kid, man, put him in a job like that. Fuck this woke shit, right? Get him in a dirty fucking restaurant, right? Put him in an old fucking pizzeria. Just let him have a blast. I miss it, man. If I could get my old crew together, we'd all be in our 40s now, to go do another shift at Burger King where you just motherfuck everyone, I'd do it in a heartbeat. I'd put in a 5-hour shift like, fuck you. Just giving people the business. It's cathartic. It's nothing better, man. Just telling people to eat shit and not caring.